So there was a driver. The article title is "Driver Leaves a Path of Destruction and Terror in South Jersey." In Haddonfield, New Jersey, a man went on a destructive and dangerous two-town rampage Thursday evening, leaving a restaurant damaged and a mother and daughter terrorized when he threatened to take them hostage, officials said. The news site New Jersey Pen reported a Dodge Charger drove on the sidewalk along East Kings Highway in Haddonfield around 6 p.m. and caused damage to the front of the British chip shop. I mean, what could be more of a Haddonfield shop than the British chip shop, you fucking losers. But yeah, so this guy just drove, he drove up right on Kings Highway, right in Haddonfield, drove up on the sidewalk into the, Sam actually is the one that told me about it. She said she was driving by and there was all cop cars everywhere and had hit the front. And let me see here. So they said that the driver got out of the car on Hood Avenue in Audubon, where he kicked in the door of a home. He told a woman and her daughter that he needed a hostage while threatening to shoot them, but ran out of the house. The man went to another house and used a 2x4 piece of wood to break in, used to break a damage. I don't know if that's a typo. The homeowner and the driver briefly argued before he headed to a third house where Audubon police arrested him. Jesus. This guy just went on a rampage. Did they? So you might have had a different article. Did they say where this dude's from or whatever?
They said he was from near Woodbury. What's the name of the
Woodbury Township? Cinnaminson.
I'll pull it up just so I get it. He was from. Wait a second. Oh fuck! I had it right here. He was of National Park in Woodbury. National Park is that small little town where, after you get through the interchange on 295,
yeah,
you can see like some, it looks like not an oil refinery, but there's like a bunch of like, it looks like a huge plant right there. It's a small little town near Westville and Brooklawn and National Park. It's like right there, Woodbury-esque basically.
I would love to get some information on like an interview with this guy with what.
You want to get him on the program?
I would love to get him on the program just to figure out what the fuck he was doing. Like, was he just on drugs and just driving around, and then he was just planning on breaking some houses and getting some money? Like, why was he just driving? Like, what was his plan?
I think
he must have been fucked up if he was just driving on the sidewalk.
I think it was his turn in Grand Theft Auto. You know how you'd play with your friends and you would just play till you die, and he's like, all right, I'm just gonna go, and it's like he just went down into the center. It literally sounds like something you would play in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
driving on the sidewalk, you crash into something,
grab a couple hostages,
try and pick up a prostitute. I mean, these are all. He hit L1R2 like 4 times. He was hoping to get an RPG, but he couldn't before the cops got there, and then it just said on the screen, wasted.
Yeah. The green wave got him, dude.
Yeah, the green wave came rolling in.
Yeah, I mean, Hood Ave is like right by the street where I grew up, and then on Haddon Avenue, if he was driving on the fucking sidewalk there, imagine if we were doing my show at Re-Up, like right on Haddon Ave. I mean, it must have been right there.
Yeah.
And he just fucking plows through while we're doing the show.
Damn. That'd be probably one of the best heckler clips anybody would ever post on Instagram.
Yeah, that shit would go viral immediately.
It would. But then I
would... you up there be like, hey, you guys, anybody know that O.J. Simpson was drafted? And then you just get drilled by a car coming through.
I get hit by a fucking Dodge Charger. And so I was like, oh, the only thing that could make it any better if it was a fucking white Ford Bronco. But it would be a Dodge. Let's just...
Imagine if you're doing the O.J. joke and a white Ford Bronco just came through and plowed and killed you.
like the new Broncos. Yeah, which is incredible.
And O.J. gets out and he's like, this was just a huge coincidence.
He just gets out. He's like, hello to the world, yours truly.
Yeah, he would get out of it too.
Yeah, he would. He would find a way. He's a sneaky snake. He's a little slippery, slimy guy. But I mean, let's address the fact that the least surprising thing out of that entire story was the fact that he was driving a Dodge Charger.
Yeah, it's always losers driving Dodge Charger. And it's a shame because I love a Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
But you're just going to look like the biggest douchebag.
I was going to say, if you've ever met a decent person that owns a Dodge Charger or a Dodge Challenger, I can hardly tell the difference between the two, but...
And they're such sweet cars. But yeah, the dude always driving those cars has a small penis with one of those complexes.
Yeah. That, or I just, every time I see somebody driving, and maybe you get this now, I see people, because I hate going to car dealerships. I never liked I've had one car my entire life. It's just a depreciating asset, because I was like, I'm not going to go buy a brand new car.
I feel the same way.
So I'm like, I'll just drive a beater. I could give a fuck less.
I almost got 200,000 miles on my Corolla out there. Dude.
Yeah, dude. 200,000 miles and one hubcap. One hubcap
left, dude.
Dude, I'm at 131 on my Chevy Cruze, and it can, like, sometimes it just doesn't want to start. And I'm like, all right, let's just wait it out. So one of these days, I'm going to get stranded somewhere at a show.
Yeah, the Chevy Cruze, that shit's going to die. My Corolla will, like, I've truly never had any issues other than having to replace the tires.
Fuck. I mean, that's
not
bad.
I have 170,000 miles on it.
Damn. Those things will last for a while, though.
If I just keep replacing the tires, like, I think, like, that bitch will run forever, dude.
Yeah, they definitely, but those in the Hondas, I mean,
yeah.
I was such an idiot and was like, I'm going to go American made. Let me get a Chevy. And it's like, oh, this thing's going to fucking shit the bed well before any of the others. Yeah.
It's a shame, because I would love to get an American made car. Like, I love the look of a Jeep, or I don't know, just anything. Like, I would love, like, I don't know how the F-150s are or anything like that.
Still the most popular car in America, the most sold car year in, year out is an F-150.
Yeah, I would love, and I don't know if they're good or bad, but you just feel like if you don't buy a Toyota, dude, it's just not a great investment, because the Toyotas, are going to last you so long.
Yeah. And anytime I just see somebody in one of those Dodge Chargers and Challengers, I just, like, add up in my head, like, what their monthly payments are on it. I was like, they definitely have a, like, 84-month lease at a 12% interest rate for $850 a month or something. Yeah. I'm like, it's probably a bad deal on one of those things.
Yeah, exactly. Just because they're trying to get laid.
Yeah. And they couldn't afford a Camaro, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, get a Camaro, and it's like, you can't afford that. Then it's like, all right, I'll get the Charger. It's like, less than more than half the cost of what a Camaro would be. So that's why people always direct there. But this feller, his name, let's drop his name, the bad boy. You got to actually name him on here. Christian Cappuccione or something.
Good old Christian.
Yeah, good old Christian feller. He has a middle finger tattoo on his forehead.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Here's a good look at the feller right there.
Wow.
He does fit the profile of a bad boy.
That's hilarious that he's like, I don't have the time to flip people off. I'm just going to tattoo it on my forehead.
That's immediately how he wants to greet people, is just like, it's right here, brother.
Yeah. Imagine going into a job interview and be like, I'm a hard worker.
Yeah.
You get a middle finger tattoo on your forehead. I'm a people person.
People like, and this is why he's applying for a job as a Walmart greeter. He's like, it's right here.
Yeah.
If you've ever been exiting a Walmart and there's that person standing there where they'll look at your receipt if you, like, give it to them, but if you don't, they just don't give a fuck. Like, I always see people walking and they feel the need to stop and show them their receipt.
Yeah.
And then the person will, like, yeah, you're good. They look at it for less than 5
they're
seconds.
Not reading anything. If you just show them a receipt, it could be a receipt from Target. And like, yeah, whatever.
But, like, I just walk by them every single time. They don't even say a fucking word. So I'm like, why do people show them the receipts? I was just at self-checkout. They have the fucking front-facing camera filming me figuring out the code for avocados. Like, it's fucking,
I can't